What's up, everybody? Joshua Salvetti. Welcome back to another lesson of the High Performance Trader. Today, I want to break down Friday, right? This was October 6th, 2023. And what I want to break down about it, right, is I'm always talking about critical levels. I'm always talking about the market story. I'm always talking about using these levels to understand who is in control of the market and then making higher probability decisions based on it. Right, so I've kind of dove deep and delved into a completely different style of trading where we're combining technical analysis, supply and demand. We're combining a lot of other strategies into one. And basically, in a nutshell, what I like to call it is identifying and adapting to market information. Right. So anybody on that follows me on YouTube, that's part of the Discord or Instagram, they all know how far and extensive and deep I delve into the brain in the market psychology aspect of trading, right? Because in a nutshell, guys, it's not about learning this magnificent, perfect strategy, right? Even though we do have a very good one. It's not about having a perfect win ratio or batting average while trading. It's about developing consistency in your mind, right? Because if you can change the way you perceive market information and change the way you approach each and every single day, right? You can learn to develop consistency. And honestly, I think that's the only way to consistency. I don't think it's even possible or there's even a chance that you could get every single trade right. Although making successful and winning trades and having good analysis does help, if you don't have the specific mental skills that are required to achieve consistency, you're never going to achieve consistency. It's just that simple. So today in this lesson, I want to break down October 6th, 2023. I want to break down how I used a critical level to get an understanding of who was in control of the market, right? And it was buyers, and how I was able to trade with buyers all day and absolutely crush it, right? Because until conditions change, we remain the same, right? So before we go any further, guys, click the links below. I'm gonna flesh out tons of examples in the Discord today. And if you want to get involved with the High Performance Trader Discord, hit the links below. We have 3 different tiers. I have 2 more openings for membership or for mentorships, and then I won't be accepting any more. So there's currently 2 more slots open if you want one-on-one mentoring. I have an extensive 3-month program that'll get you to consistency. And once again, not just teach you the strategies we use or strategy we use, but the mental framework that you must develop to approach the market every single day in a state of probabilities and consistently, right, over 100 trades, make more money than you lose, right? Because that's what consistency is. So once again, guys, if you want to get involved, smash the links below, right? Check it out, 3 different tiers. If you want basic access, if you want all the online courses, or if you want one-on-one mentorship, once again, 2 slots open. But no matter what, make sure you subscribe and hit like and that notification bell for more content, right? So without further ado, let's break down October 6th. So the first thing I want to show you guys is over here in the pre-market plan. So every single day I post a bullish and bearish scenario because I truthfully believe in mindfulness trading. And all what that means is trading in the present moment, right? Not predicting, not assuming, right? But reacting to current price action. I call it present moment price action. When you can react to the information in front of you without being biased, your win ratio is going to go through the roof, because you're not going to be making decisions that are based on cognitive bias. Instead, you're going to be making decisions based on current market information. And believe it or not, most failing traders are just trying to predict so much and they fail, right? So every single day I post a bullish and bearish scenario on SPY and QQQ. Okay, so let's break down the Q. So we're going to break down QQQ because that's the one I end up trading. First one, bearish scenario. Check this out. Looking for sellers to defend previous day low. 35518. This is one of our critical levels, right? So we have previous day low, we have previous day high, we have end of day, and we have the open. Those are our 4 critical levels. Now, what's crazy is those 4 critical levels, just so you guys get an idea of where this strategy originated from, is the daily time frame. One candle has 4 levels. It has a high, low, and open and close. So as intraday traders, I thought it would be useful to identify these levels as the next day opened and see who defended them. Because in a bullish uptrend, buyers are defending, look, previous day high, previous day high, previous day high, right? In downtrend, sellers are defending previous day low, right? Previous day low. It's really cool. So all what I'm doing here is trying to understand the overall conditions of the market and trade with them. And we do this with the 4 critical levels. All right, so let's break into the example. QQQ bearish scenario. Look how simple I keep this. Looking for sellers to defend previous day low, 35518. Potential downside targets are 35324, 35135, and 34864, right? So basically, in a nutshell, I show a quick little graphic presentation of price selling off below previous day low, right, at 35518, coming back, retesting it, and selling off into this demand, right, over here at 35135. So that's my bullish scenario. Am I saying that's going to happen? Absolutely not. All what I'm saying is if sellers are in control of previous day low, this is the conditions I'm looking to trade. Now, QQQ bullish scenario. Large gap down for me today. For me to be bullish and target the gap fill, I need to see buyers defend previous day low, 35518, same level. If buyers can form structure and defend this level, I will be open to playing longs, targeting end of day at 35869, closing the gap. So this was my overall bullish scenario. Once again, if buyers can step up defending previous day low here at 35518, that's going to tell me that sellers were in control, but buyers took over. Now, if buyers are outperforming sellers at this level, that's extremely bullish. And I'm going to take that information and find myself a good long targeting end of day, targeting previous day high, which is the next critical level, at 360.15, and so on and so forth, right? So once again, identifying the market story through critical level. So now let's break into what the day actually looks like. I want to show you what was going through my brain. Okay, so previous day low was over here at 35518, right? Let me just make this screen a little bigger. So it was at 35518, right? So this was the lowest price from the previous day. Then we have the highest price over here at 360.15, and then we have end of day, right, which is the closing bell price of the previous day. So this is 35864. So we open up. Well, let me put on pre-market data real quick because this shows a perfect battle between buyers and sellers. And my goal is to help you guys understand this. Okay, so we get a massive sell-off here, right? Price sells off tremendously due to jobs data or whatever it is that causes market sell off. Doesn't really matter. Massive selling. Boom. Right below previous day low. And look at how this level gets respected and defended. This 35518. Price rips into it, comes down for the retest, and sells off. So we're right here. We're about 30 minutes before the bell. So the way I'm looking and thinking about this is if price can revisit this level, I'm looking for short plays with my downside targets, right? I want to trade with conditions. I'm not assuming a reversal. I'm not assuming buyers are going to control demand. No, sellers have just showed me that they're in control through this critical level. I'm going to trade with them. Keep it that simple. Next, bam, price rips above this level. So let's think about it like this. You have a tug of war going on. One side with buyers, one side with sellers, right? Now, the rope is previous day low. Now, whoever wins this game of tug of war is going to control conditions for the day, right? Or at least for the morning, or it's not, once again, it's not a prediction. It's just a present moment live example of who's currently in control. And if you can, this is why the strategy works so well. It's because you're using a level, right, to understand who's in control. And then you're just putting on trades with who's in control. You're trading with the banks. You're using these levels to understand what the banks are doing, right? We made a whole mini course on that. If you're interested, Trader Bootcamp, click the link below. But once again, it's going, hey, it's just like supply or demand, where if price comes into demand, you're not just going to go long, right? You're going to wait for buyers to show up in demand, validating that that demand zone is an area of value. It's the same exact concept, just with a level, right? So don't over confuse it. It's literally a level from the previous day we're using as a canvas to paint a picture for the market, right? So price sells off below it, bearish, rips above it, bullish, right? Okay. Now, the way I'm looking at this is we have a massive gap down, and buyers just won the tug of war here on previous day low. So price opens up. We don't just go long, right? This is the most important part of trading, is you're waiting for criteria. Because a day like this, 2-minute candles were ripping $2. Right? So if you get this wrong and don't have a hard stop in, you're going to blow out 60%, 70% of your trade off the rip. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't like drawdown any more than 30%. If my trade goes against me 20 to 30%, I'm out of the trade. So, and any other consistently profitable trader will attest to that methodology. So you can't just go long, right? You can't just go, okay, well, Josh said if they defend previous day low, I'm going long. No, you now have to find an area or a setup with a low risk, high reward, right? Okay, so how do you do that? Well, once again, I want price to come down into previous day low. I want to see this defended. I don't know what the market's going to do. There was a high chance this could have ripped up to end of day, and that's fine. I'm not just going to take the setup, right? I'm patient. I wait. I'm wait for structure to form. If this rallies and I don't get a good setup, I don't care. I don't get in. I must have a low risk, high reward setup, right? So, and this day was kind of tricky for that. So it's a perfect example. Okay, so price rally starts to, come down and retest this previous day low level, right? So right now, I'm just going to throw a little green box here validating its value, right? Because, well, actually, hold on. The way I'm looking at this is when price comes down into previous day low and we get buyers to show up, it's validating this break and retest here, right? So this was resistance right here. This was resistance, right? We're going to make this a little red box, or I'm sorry, circle. This was resistance. And now it's support. This is literally that tug of war we were just talking about being validated. So anytime you hear me go, buyers are validating previous day low, buyers are invalidating bearish market conditions, right? All what that means is buyers are taking control, right? It was bearish, now it's bullish. You must trade with buyers, right? Because they're currently in control of the market. We know this by identifying the critical level and the chart pattern, break and retest around the level, chart pattern in the zone, right? So price comes down, retest previous day low. I was about to go short right here, right? This is very bearish. But the reason I didn't is because I need to see this level invalidated, right? I need to see sellers pulling that tug of war back. And right now they're trying, right? But they're not quite there yet. So the way I need to see that is price needs to come down below it, come up for a retest. This way I could then enter the market short with a tight stop loss right above previous day low. Once again, that's finding that higher probability setup with low risk, high reward. Bam, buyers invalidate this. This is supremely bullish. Once again, we've had once, twice, 3 times at this previous day low, actually 4, where there was a battle going on. It was sellers, it was buyers. Sellers tried again, couldn't win, right? So now I'm just looking for an entry. Now here comes the open. So the open is a critical level. Now, how this works is the open's going to play tricks on you, right? You're not going to know if it's the bottom of the candle. A lot of traders ask me, are you playing off the top of the candle, bottom of the candle, middle of the candle, the whole candle, right? And the answer is, I don't know until it happens. Once again, present moment price action. We don't know. We're not in control. There's no perfect scenario that's going to recur. This is the market. You need to be formless. You need to be like water. You need to be able to get in and out of the market, right, with a state of like fluidless, right? You need to be like water. You don't know how it's going to happen. You just need to be able to identify it and capitalize on it, right? So a day like today, I got my eye on the top and the bottom of the open, and in a bullish scenario, I want to see buyers defend the bottom of it, right? This means they're retesting it and defending opening print. Now, in a bearish scenario, you can see sellers are defending it, right? So once again, I kind of just keep my eye on both and see who defends. Now, the most important part is using the candlestick to understand the language. So the candlestick is the market's way of communicating, unless you use time and sales or bookmap. But me, I just use the candlesticks. They work phenomenal. I know a lot of trader gurus say they don't. The candles work phenomenal for me. And the reason why is, once again, I'm able to use critical levels and understand whatever candlestick pattern or chart pattern or price pattern we get at these levels, right, whether it's bullish or bearish, is going to show me conditions of the market, because the chart patterns represent nothing other than human behavior, right? So we use the candles to understand human behavior and then make the decision off the level. So price comes down, perfect Bayesian candle, right? This is a candle where it was completely red. Buyers sucked up on it. So this is when I took the market long. It was off open print, kind of off, actually right off VWAP as well. And now, once again, my stop loss is literally going to be 20-30% below it. And I just got to pull the trigger. A lot of traders need perfect setups, that you're going to get hurt that way, right? Once again, the market's never going to just give you perfect scenarios. You can't just be complete. I mean, there's a fine line there, because you can't just take every trade, but at the same time, you must be able to go, hey, buyers are in control here. I want to put on a trade. Where can I put on a trade with low risk, the lowest amount of risk possible? For me, that was right here. Buyers were defending that demand zone off the open, and then check it out. We ripped past previous day high, or I'm sorry, we ripped past. So this is when we go long, targeting end of day, right? So I just want to show you over here in the Discord what was going on this call out. Yeah, this day was crazy. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, hold on. Where is that? Okay, right here. Looking for long play here off 35636, targeting end of day, right? So this is what it currently looked like here. Once again, remember, we go long right here off 356. And then right here I put longs, right? Stop below 35636. Okay. Then you can see here I'm updating the whole time the structure of the market, right? Because I want everybody on my team to understand, right? Like, hey, this is where I go long. This is why I'm holding. Because when I send you a picture like this on the Discord, and we just went long, and price is rallying up to end of day here, right? Like, you know, you're not going to get out of the trade. You're going to go, hey, Josh is staying in. The whole team's staying in. I'm staying in, right? Because I really want every trader to get to the point where they're not affected by emotions. I want my team to be able to get in trades, hold trades, and get out of trades when needed, right? So I stay very graphical here, putting in my targets, adding on adding off 35722 structure, bam, market imbalance, right? Updating this whole time. And then check this out. I really like adding here into position, because once again, we don't just get out of trades. Until market conditions change, we stay the same, right? So right here, price rallies above end of day and comes down for a retest, and I'm letting the team know here, hey, next target's previous day high. I really like this for adding into position. So price literally ripped above end of day, comes down, beautiful retest. Once again, end of day is a critical level. It's very critical. What happens at end of day is always going to paint you a picture. Once again, go back to that daily time frame analysis. For the daily time frame, right? Let me show you this real quick, because this is the secret here. This is what changes the game. So in an uptrend, for price to move up, right, end of day would have been right here, right, the last price of the candle. Look at how we opened above it, came down for the retest right on end of day, and rallied. Okay, that's one example. How about this one, Josh? It's crazy. This philosophy changed my life. Price rips, comes down, tags end of day, rallies. Okay? So use end of day. I mean, it's insane how well it works, right? Once again, as long as the candles retouch, they're going to retest end of day. So use it, because whatever happens at end of day is going to paint that picture. It's critical. And then the market just continued to rally all day, right? So end of day here, rallied, right up in the previous day high. And now check it out though, because I'm going to show you guys something that's going to change your life right now. Price rallies off end of day, rips in the previous day high. Well, Josh, if I'm trading structure, I still stay in. I mean, it's insane how well structured held this day. There was no reason to get out because check it out. Price rallies in the previous day high. We get multiple rejection. But honestly, if you're in this trade, that's a pullback is normal. I want to see what happens here at the previous resistance. Once again, the break, the retest. This is what constitutes my criteria for getting in a trade, and it's also going to constitute my criteria for getting out of a trade. And then the market just continued to rally. I want to show you guys one more trade here before we wrap up. Where did I go here? So I was targeting, I go looking for this gap fill, the target, all the way up to 36443. So you can see here we had a massive gap, right? Gap down. The buyers were making tons of momentum towards this gap. I wanted to see this gap get filled, and I wanted to capitalize on it. So I go possible long entry here, and I go call me crazy, hopping back in longs, targeting gap fill. This was at 12:31 p.m. This was all the way up here. Literally, right here is where I went long. This was 12:30. Okay, so it was right on this candle right here. Once again, guys, why did I go long here? Because structure was holding. So the gap fill was all the way up to 36443. The market looked like this. Massive bull flag. Buyers were defending all day. Once again, if this level could not hold 3625, I wouldn't have traded it. But look at the strength that came in here. Buyers just could not stop. So we decided to take the market long again for another 180% trade all the way up, right? So once again, guys, we stay in the trade until structure breaks. So I hope you guys like this lesson, right? I know it's kind of long, but it was super valuable. Guys, hit that like, get involved with the team, get involved with the High Performance Trader Discord. You will have access to all these trades, all these setups, and everybody on the team, webinars every single Saturday. Once again, 2 more slots on that membership guy or that mentorship. If you want to get involved now. Once again, hit a like, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson.